It is a well-established fact that this process of laboratory-based process of genetic modification creates hundreds, if not thousands, of sites of unintended DNA damage in the cells of the plant that you're growing in the laboratory. And each cell on the dish, it's not as if you end up with the same pattern, the same spectrum of DNA damage in every cell. Everyone is going to be different. So depending on which of those cells you ultimately select to grow your plants from, and then select, the plants that you think carry the characteristics you want, you could end up with a different spectrum of unintended DNA damage in every single plant that you produce. That's why at the end of the day, it's actually very difficult. You may have to screen hundreds, if not thousands of plants to identify good candidates for what you want to do. But the unintended DNA damage will carry through to the final marketed product. Now, why is that important? The importance of this is that the biochemistry, the composition, the biochemistry of the organism is dictated by the underlying pattern of gene expression. Now, if that changes because of the damage, because if the combination of the intended and unintended DNA changes change the global patterns of gene function of the organism, it's well within the realms of possibility that the alterations in biochemistry that will result from this, and it's not a maybe, there will be changes. It's simply a matter of degree and what type. But within that lies the very real possibility that you can end up creating new toxins, new allergens, as well as altering the nutritional profile and crop performance in the field. There are repercussions all the way through the production and the composition of the crop, of the food, and with consequences for the farmer, for production, and health for the consumer. So it was this, what I felt was misrepresentation of the technology and of the underlying genetics that got me thinking, well, there is something wrong here. There's something really fishy going on here. What is being hidden? And sure enough, the more I explored, the more worried I got.